and see if you can see it, and then I'll like put up the link on socials, and then we'll get it going, bro. And see if you can see it, and then I'll like put up the link on social. It's annoying as fuck, but it's okay. So I think we're live for sure. But I guess
I'm
I'm
about to. I thought I heard
yeah.
a echo.
Uh, there we go. About to say I'll just take it off YouTube and send it. Mm. Okay, I think it's gonna get in and out too, because it definitely a little. Like I said, I'm Kate, so I'm going to bed like that. And I got a game at 8 o'clock in the morning, bro. I'm like, let me see how, yeah. So let's see how good of a friend I am. Boom. Not gonna put a ton of window dressing on it, to be honest. I don't need, I'm gonna just black screen. Then you can drop a link. Another one. Ah, nah, that's a fact. He talking about double big making a comeback. Facts. My bad, TJ. Like I said, I'm trying
Yeah.
to get all this. I'm trying to multitask. I'm trying to, yeah, MMJ it up. Definitely did though. There you go. All right, TJ Watching. You ready? You good?
I'm ready.
NCS family, what's going on? You make sure the background behind me. It's new. Not new. Well, it's new behind me. The logo's not new, but we're trying to spruce things up around here. 10:42, Friday night, and me and TJ just happened to be lame enough to want to get out our thoughts on this 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 uh this series tying game four that just happened. I just think honestly anything involved with the Pacers in the playoffs, like you kind of expect some theatrics with what the ending, the result. But
Right.
this one kind of follows suit, bro. Like, I think Richard Jefferson was one that said it on a broadcast. This kind of mirrored the script from game one, but with the
Yeah.
opposite team, with Indiana seeming like they had control most of the game, and then was that 12-1 run down the stretch for OKC to take
Yep.
over. So I have a lot of thoughts, but TJ, I want to hear your thoughts first. What was just three quick things that you took away from tonight's game?
Okay. Role reversals number one. So, like you said, Indiana was the team that was, pressing 94 feet and giving the other team hell and putting pressure on the Stars. And they had the other team looking tired, flustered. Um, what else? Um, Usually, it would be the Pacers that are like, okay, we got to play, 48 minutes against this team, and like you said, it was the other way around this time. The MVP did what I think it was almost like he heard you in the group, like, man, I damn near forgot he was out there. He was like, all right, bet, and then he just. I like that they kind of do it a little bit though. Like, this finals has been missing a little bit of that. Like one game, one will pop off. Shea was kind of non-existent last game, and Halliburton popped off. And in the first game, I like how they kind of go band for band, as they say. I thought that was pretty cool. But it was almost like timed up to where he was in the NCS group. We know Shea, we know him personally, so he was like, they check their phone on the bench. He was like, oh, all right,
Facts, facts, facts.
you forgot. I said, all right, all right. All right, watch this.
He had the burner on the bench. Exactly. He checked out because he was doing a lot of sitting, so he
Right.
had plenty of time to look at it on the bench. You're
I
absolutely
was, I was that kind of threw me off a little bit. I've been saying it like they've had this routine, right? Shea plays the first 12 minutes, comes back around 7 minutes, third quarter, 12 minutes. Fourth quarter probably like 9, get them around 40-ish. I thought it was weird tweaking the minutes, and I thought it was weird tweaking the lineup, but I guess in this type of scenario, like if they won all these games and they tweaked the lineup, we wouldn't be saying anything. And the fact that they lost 2 games and tweaked the lineup, of course we're gonna. It's human nature. Of course we're gonna be like, oh, what are you like? It just and really they made it to where that didn't matter because the stars took over at the end. So that's all semantics, matchups, lineups, whatever. That's it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But that was a great game, best game yet, probably. I would
You
say
think
right
best
now.
game? Best game? At this series
Outside of
have any of these games
one.
gone to overtime? No,
One, I mean, one was damn near close.
I don't know.
This was probably close to overtime. Before they went on that crazy run, Matherin kept fouling and they missed them free throws. I thought I thought we was gonna get an overtime, but nah.
Okay.
IG Caption boy had other plans.
Nah, that was the biggest thing that I don't know came away from because I mean maybe I will say came away because it may be a thing that we can see going forward, but like like you said, I was in the NCS chat, not exonerating Mr. Giggles for just lack of effort, but
Right,
I don't know. It really looks like for me, obviously he came on strong late, but I think in the first, like, I don't know if he was like super tired. They've been that Nimhard and Neesmith have been wearing him down or whatever. Like he did not look 100%. Like he's already not a bouncy jump by the gym athlete. So,
right,
but his burst looks significantly slower,
right,
in the first half to me. So that was interesting because it's like you said, he was doing all this sitting, but he was still out there looking tired. So
right,
that was just something that was very, like I said, very interesting to me. And again, we lament Halliburton for taking halves off and not being aggressive down there.
right,
I think that we saw a little bit of that from Shea in the first half. Like he's getting off the ball and waving off attempts to initiate the offense. So that was
right.
definitely weird to me. I mean they said it enough times on the damn broadcast, but three threes, horrible shooting for OKC. And here's the thing to me, TJ, like,
Mhm,
and I ask this to you. Like, and I've said this before because Shea is not a plus shooter,
mhm.
not a plus 3 point shooter, plus mid range shooter, definitely. How many plus shooters does OKC have?
I will say it's weird
And
because like
2K settings, tight, off ball defense, and like, but just in general, like guys are like, if I kick it to them in an open three, if I kick them an open three, you expect it to go in. How many guys are
okay, okay,
OKC?
okay, okay, okay. I go down the list. Uh, I'm gonna say J Dub. I give him his. Okay, that's one. So you said kick open three and I think they're gonna make it. Okay, so I'm gonna say no to Ludo.
How you expect them to make it?
Oh, okay, no to Ludor. Probably no to Chad. Um, I would say Isaiah Joe. I would say Caruso. Um, Wiggins is weird because he's like very streaky. He'll make 10 in a row. He won't make one. He'll miss 10. Uh, no, I'm gonna say no to Wiggins.
So was that two in the possible? I think I hear.
Can I do Shay or are you
I
already
mean, it's,
excluded?
that's like I said, brother. I asked you. Like for me, it would be definitely no. But he the big three
I,
down the stretch for
that's what I'm
sure.
saying. Like it's weird because that's the only time he hits threes. Like it's weird when Shay takes that step back three, that the sliders go up. He's not good with the wide open three, but like if he dribbles, step back three, like a high leverage situation, it's like weird. The sliders go way up. So no wide open three. I don't expect him to make it, but like get me a three. Like I create some space to get me a three. Yeah, I think it's gonna go in. Like that one just now was good all the way. That three was good all the way.
So I
So
just say that. Oh my bad. Go ahead.
yeah, gun to my head, two no more than three. Now, like, can I expect to get a make from them? It'll probably be more than three. But to your question, here, take the ball, make this. I expect it to go in. No more than three. No more than three.
I just say that to say that like yes, they're not gonna shoot 17% from three going
No.
forward. But hey, the thing is the thing that's been with them this whole time is hey, we don't have a guy that we truly trust outside of Shea to get his own shot anytime, which I mean, it feels like more of an indictment on Jalen Williams, but it is what it is. But also again, like you got a lot of good shooters. You got a lot of I mean, you got a lot of regular season, good 3-point shooters.
Right.
Dort, Case and Wallace, Jalen Williams, to a certain extent. Like Isaiah Joe, like he was one of the best 3-point shooters in the
Right.
league regular season. Now, like you said, he can barely get minutes. So yeah, I just I don't know. Like obviously, like you said, the game slide. I mean, OKC won, but the game slide was definitely up in Gamesbridge for the Pacers. Obi Toppin hitting. I mean, he's just been a beast out of this series, but he hit
Right.
threes. Like I don't, you know, I don't see OKC like a Minnesota to where like if they're not taking 40 a game or they're not hitting 15, I'm surprised. Again, for my money, they had like you just said, they got two good shooters for sure that we know. Out the rest is like, hey, it can be hit or miss. So I mean, like, so you're gonna look at that and be like, "Ah, that's an outlier, but maybe not as much as we think. Maybe not as much as we think. Um, other big takeaways, TJ. Obviously, I mean, you the one that had the, Raven Simone look into the future.
Right.
You know the
Right.
script. So would you be willing to share with us how the last three games are gonna play out? Or if you won't, which I understand you don't mess with the money player. How do you see it the last three games of this series playing now?
Well, if we're gonna like encompass this one, I think they just blew a golden opportunity. If you had like, we all know the old stereotype and the stigma around 3-1. That's it for you. Whether you be you have home court advantage, basically you get the first two home games. If you have the healthier team, the deeper team, the more experienced team, none of that matters. 3-1, it's like a crazy percentage you ain't winning. We haven't seen it since in the finals, at least since Ron and them did it. This is not what we're looking at. I think it'll kind of like go back to my original prediction that I'm sorry, that the Pacers will have to steal another one in OKC, whether that be what are we on 5? Whether that be 5 or I mean, if it goes 7, it'll have to be 7. But really, they gotta go 6 to like be like, okay, we got this. Because if it goes back to, I know I wanted them in 7, but today felt like they could get it in 6. Watching this game today, okay, Pacers win 3-1. OKC is always gonna get 5. So I'm gonna say they'll get 5. They were always gonna get 5. But damn, if it was 3-1 and they were trying to win game 5, you go to back to Gamebridge up 3-2.
Oh, not as three.
But now you're going back to was it Paycom Center is 2-2. Wow, it's a different series now. Like, you have heard your coach say at halftime is 0-0, and it was just the cheesiest shit you ever heard. Well, that's the case now. It's 0-0. It's
I was about to say because I mean you like outside of the clip, outside of you predicted them to win the series. Like how I just know the pendulum swung on your confidence. I mean, obviously I'm hearing it. The pendulum
right.
swung on your confidence level with three. But how do you still think they can win? Because that's definitely a gut punch, especially the opportunity they had. So how do you like you said? Are you still confident they'll take the last two? I mean, basically, I guess what I'm asking, do you think they'll win Game 5 and Game 7? Which is you know, again, a tall order, but I think it's been repeated a lot, in media circles. With what we've seen this series, man, if it's a tight game, you will be a fool to bet against Indiana.
I would think they'd be more inclined or more likely to win games 6 and 7. So I don't think they're about to take two straight in OKC. Like, this is why I said tonight was a really golden opportunity. So if they win this game, it would be a different series. But so they're gonna have to. They're not winning game 5, and I'd be stunned if they won game 5. I would have intended for them to win games 6 and 7. So you get that game at home, your last game at home, ride the wave, and then you go stun them game 7. But I just don't see them winning. So I'll say, staying true to my prediction, I'll go 5 OKC. So was that 3-2? It will
Mhm.
tie it back up at Gamebridge, 3-3 game 6. I think they said that was Thursday. And it will come back Sunday. You know what I noticed? I think it's kind of cheap how the league, once the series went to Indiana, now they only doing a day between the games. But when that shit was in OKC, the first game was on Thursday, then the second game was on damn near, what was it, Sunday? Yeah, they got 2, 3 days between the games, and now that we in Indiana, and so we going back to OKC, and you get another 2 days in between games. That's a different thing. But I'll say five OKC, six Indiana ties it up, and I think really the best case scenario is that they jump on them game seven because I know that they've had all these
They
crazy.
can't let that crowd get into it early in the
Nah,
game.
they can't. And I know that they've had all these like, oh, they have this mystique in the, but it's hard to do that in the most high pressure situation, game seven, and you're losing and you're on the road. Like those might just be three too many things to overcome. So you have to have the lead. You got to jump out game seven, take the crowd out of it. And I think this formula wasn't bad, but you got to finish. You got to
Mm.
finish the fouls, the turnovers. Um, you can't this Halliburton. I know he's the four-quarter king. Like if they're waiting for that to happen in Game 7, they're going to lose. If he has 7 points going into the fourth quarter in Game 7, that game is over. He's not getting 13, 14. They're gonna clamp down. They're gonna make somebody else. And you talk about a team that don't have nobody that can get their own shot. It's crazy. The only one they got is the bag man himself. Mister 1 2 tween tween. He was
That's a
in.
fact. That's a fact.
He
And
hit
like you said,
another one. He hit another one. It was like an elbow dropper. That's. But look, in all seriousness, if that's what they're waiting on, they aren't gonna win this series. If they're waiting on Mister Bagman to just, because I don't know what came over him. We literally saw in real time. We don't know what came over him. He grabbed that ball on Shea like he was a BBQ chicken summer league defender. just he must have forgot he was even on the court with like four other players. It was straight black top, 1-on-1, clear out, just
but that's the homie though. He been
yeah,
hooping against Shay since they was
right.
little kings in Canada.
Yeah. So he thought it was sweet for the man them is what they say. Yeah, the man them.
Minus
yeah,
them, yeah,
yeah.
facts,
He thought it
facts,
was he thought
facts.
it was sweet.
Yeah, I like what I like what you talked a little bit about Halliburton and like you said, kind of the act that he plays. 15
Right,
field goal attempts because at this point I think tracking the attempts and the aggressiveness is better for him than like the actual points.
right.
15 attempts, not great, I guess. One for seven for three. He hit a bomb to start the game. Then he missed the rest of his six attempts from three. Um, I don't know. I was okay. 15 attempts, like you said, Mr. Bagman, 9 attempts. Miles Turner bad offensively again, 3 for 10, 0 for 6 from three. I'm like again, like who who am I taking shots away from? I guess Miles Turner, you get 5 shots instead of 10. Matherin only got up two, which is kind of crazy for him. Outside of all those missed free throws. So I don't know. Like I can't say I want to give him more that takes him away from somebody. So I mean, again, it is what it is. Because he was getting down. He had a nice blow by Caruso. He had the nice finish.
Right,
He had the nice reverse layup. Like he was doing good things. He was scoring, getting downhill.
right,
So I mean, it's a step in the right direction. But we do see why
right,
the superstar conversation is there because I mean, Siakam was probably the best offensive player tonight.
right. Usually is for them.
So yeah. So I think for the most part, I think for the first two games specifically, game three, whatever. I think for the first two games, OKC won 50% of the games, even though they look like the
Right,
better team 98% of the time. I
right.
think I would say. Um, I mean, do you have any clarity, Mister? I can see into the future
hmm
about which team is better or which team. I mean, you gave us a prediction, but do you think the team that's better will end up winning the series?
Probably not because you can watch like if I let you watch these games right, and I say you can't watch the fourth quarter, and I ask you to tell me who is the better team, and you can't look at no other media from the Pacers, any of these crazy last minute comebacks, you're gonna say OKC. Hell, in the last series, you might have even said the Knicks because they're playing 3 quarters of basketball, but that's not a complete game. So a lot of times the Pacers are not the better team. You've been very vocal about them playing teams with, the Gatorade symbol on and They weren't better than Cleveland. They had no business winning them games. But from the moment that they saw that, they were missing a few players, they did what they were supposed to, which is jump on them. You got a opponent that's on lifeline, life support. You got to, pull the plug on them. They just so I think OKC is it's amazing how they won this game and they shot so poorly from three and they turned the ball over so much. There's just so much more room for improvement from this game. Now, I won't say that it was like that every game because they still were the sharper team. They just keep getting outscored in the fourth quarter. They flip the narrative. I just don't think you can watch the game and be like, now, yeah, we all want a certain team to win. I won't say, we're all not crazy about a certain individual and on a certain team. I won't, I'm not gonna disparage anyone, especially during a certain month.
Man's them. You
Right,
saw
right.
12, 5, 20. That was crazy. That was wild.
Yeah, I won't but I just think that you have a team that's better. So I would say, all right, this is going to be a little choppy, but the Pacers are a better fourth quarter team than the Thunder are the rest of the game team. And that's how they were able to steal one and win three convincingly. So they're the best fourth quarter team that you will come across. OKC is the best other three quarters. But like Vance always say, nothing matters to the fourth quarter. And you if you have so we just had a discussion about plus shooters, like that's a problem in the fourth quarter. Like if I feel like the Pacers are, even if they don't have that many plus shooters, they're gonna get better shots. They're gonna, the ball's moving, they'll get to the rim, it's popping in there. The Thunder, like if I kick it out to Lou Dort in the corner with 2 minutes left, yeesh. I give him his props. He was making them the game one, like very much.
Oh, shouted like
He was he was hitting
a
them.
little rough.
But it's very niche if you ask me who do I expect to make a three. I don't expect him to make a three, and I damn sure don't expect him to make a three when it's getting crazy, when it's getting cold outside. So I don't know. I think the Thunder are clearly better, but it's not always enough. Even in the regular season, you got 82 games. A better team don't always win. One night the Wizards will beat the piss out the Nuggets, and we'll all be like, "Damn, man, that would have been a hell of a money line." And just, I say the Thunder, but I don't think the better team's gonna win this series. But they just made it a lot harder on themselves by not winning this game at home, up double digits a couple times. They might have had a 10, 12-point lead at one point.
Largely, yeah, 12-point lead. I think largely to the series they said for them. And like it's just, yeah. I'm not gonna go game. I'm not gonna go, whole game log on. Just like, you know, take it, getting out early, the first quarter, taking OKC's punch, kind of getting playing up most of the second quarter, even in that third quarter. Because I mean, there was a couple of points that could have been inflection points, and often are for OKC when they like the Caruso flagrant, which I didn't make a lot of sense. Whatever, that 2 shots in the ball again. That's potential for 5 points. That could have been an inflection point for them.
Right.
Um, so we talk about their spreadability all year, and it didn't really. I mean, we said it before. They won like Indiana. There wasn't that big run. I mean, I guess the big run is at the end. But even relative to what they done before, 12-1 is nothing because we've seen them rip off a 20-2, 18, and whatever. So we've seen Indiana limit their ability to be to get into that firecracker mode all game, all season, all series.
Right.
So it was interesting to see, them kind of, which, I think is a testament to, belief in their system. Hey, we're gonna run our stuff. We're gonna run our stuff. Shots are not falling for us right now, but we know that we can make these shots. We're gonna run our stuff, and eventually the shots that we know we can hit is gonna fall. I think it is. I think that is true. Like I said, belief in the system. I mean, you even go, to which, a lot of people are, hindsight, everybody has 2020 hindsight when looking at it now. But that was a interesting choice to be preemptive with the lineup change and start Casey Wallace over Hartenstein. You won't find a bigger Casey Wallace fan than me. But again, a guy that's I don't say essentially, but I don't say essentially rookie because he's not. But a guy that has essentially no big time playoff experience starting in the finals. That was kind of wild. So, but
Hey, right.
being willing to go back to it, going back to your double big, being, I mean, I mean, everybody got pressure on him with Tibbs getting fired. I was like, hey, if you're not winning the championship, you're not safe. So being open to returning to to admitting, I guess, a mistake, hey, that's a big deal. But also, like, yeah, like that 5 point stretch that Shea had in the fourth, like knocks down open three. We've always talked about how he's not a good open shooter, and then he definitely got a little shove off on Neesmith, but just padding, isolate the left side of the court, you know, do my thing, open midi. Like
Eyes up, get that midi.
it wasn't a situation where they went away. They drew up some completely different stuff to take the game back at the end of the fourth. So yeah, TJ, do you have any other major overarching? I mean, again, Obi Toppin was cold. TJ McConnell obviously wasn't the same impact as last game, but he did TJ McConnell things. I think obviously the big deal is the Mather and missed free throws, but also just I won't say lack of impact, but he definitely been a minute. He definitely been a bucket per minute. I guess he fell off his rate a little bit. Only 14 minutes, only 8 points. Um, so yeah, do you think that you kind of said it, but do you think that Indiana lost this game or OKC won and slash took it?
I think I would say OKC took it because when they got that punch, I just got this weird feeling. It's like if this was any other team, you're down 2-1, 12-point deficit, end of third quarter.
Yeah.
I just didn't get that feeling. I don't know. I'm not a Thunder fan by any stretch, but like I was like, this is a 48-minute ass team. The same way that we feel about the Pacers,
They are
especially
sweaty. They are sweaty.
especially when it gets down to the fourth quarter. I was like, damn. I wanted so badly to be like, it's raps, but the Thunder they can get to it like this. We've seen them. It's crazy because they usually do it at the beginning of games, like you alluded to. They'll come out like that game after Denver hit that buzzer beater. They beat Denver ass so bad and they did it so quickly. It was like 40-12 after like 4 or 5 minutes, it was like 40-12. I was like, all right, this is over. This is over. And I felt like if the roles were reversed and OKC had a 12-point lead against a non-Pacers team, we'd be like, oh, that's it for them. But I just felt like they were going to creep and creep. So they got SGA that rest around 3 minutes in the third, if I'm not mistaken. He comes out maybe like 4 or 5, gets that rest. And so they push at the end of the third quarter. Because a lot of times, if you're getting blasted at the end of the third quarter, they'll pull out the starters, rest for 3 or 4 minutes, and then try to make that push, and then they'll just take him out again at the beginning of fourth if it gets crazy. But he was like, let me get him some rest. They just stayed with it. It was weird seeing J Dub take the offensive reins for a lot of the game, and I think Shea was like, okay, because he had his hand, like you said, he had his hand on shorts in the corner, like they was trying to get, they were doing good ball denial, but he was like,
Oh God, John got it.
he's like, nah. I was like, ooh, that's we talking about, what they be saying, we talk about you in the group chat. That's buddy, you can't, you're the MVP. We've talked about legacy, and I said that if they don't win this championship, they won't win one. And man, how bad would it be for the narrative if he wins a Finals MVP title, and he was letting it slip, and I think he felt it, but you're watching a guy create his legacy. Like, we don't know that he's good for a bucket, right? You could say if it was Jokic, you could say whoever. We know, we know what they're gonna do in the playoffs. We don't know what Shea about to do in the playoffs. He ain't been here before. They only won one series. We don't know what he's about to do. So watching him create his legacy, so far so good in that one game, kind of took over, but that's what you were calling for. And I said in the last game, he was doing a lot of 24 points on bad shooting splits. 24 points for Shea is like 8 points for somebody else. I know it's still a lot of points, but
you're averaging 30.
Right, you're averaging 30, so you're below average. And now it's closer to 33 than actual 30. So
I was at 32, really.
Yeah. So
that's a
had
because even in the, like I think I saw the graphic in the free throw line one time. I think he's averaging right under 30, but it's on like 38% from the field. Like I think Nimhard and Neeson, like I said, we both alluded to how tired out of it, whatever it was, he looked, in the first half. Um, Do you think it's a situation to where, like, I don't know if that was on the temporary, or do you think that he's like wearing down and that we'll see those same effects, the rest of the series?
I would say it's partly due to the ball pressure because he's never had to work this hard to even get the ball. Now, if you're a guy who gets tired when you're getting, into your bag work, so be it. You're running around, but he's exerting more energy trying to get the ball than he does with the actual ball because we always talk about how smooth he is and how easy he makes it look. Gets away with pushes. When he slipped and fell because he was using all his force to push the piss out of somebody. Slipped and fell, stayed up like a football move, put that one arm on the ground, low key traveled, and still got the bucket off. They were never, ever, ever going to blow that whistle. I think we understood that. I would have been shocked. Foul or not, travel or not, push off or not. I would have been stunned if they blew that whistle. I just think, man, that was nasty.
Fact. I think
He
that's
just,
a very succinct way to put it.
he
Not
heard us.
aesthetically pleasing. Not
No,
aesthetically pleasing whatsoever.
but he heard us. He was like, it's time to,
Like effective, very
right,
effective. Those are probably the biggest 5 points of his career.
right.
That
Quick,
three, that push off.
what he have? That he had 9 straight for them.
I think so. That
So
was
you got,
that five. That three brought it to one, and then they took the lead with the midi. And I don't
I think they
think.
fouled him twice.
I was like, after that midi though. I don't think they. I think they didn't trail again, if I'm not mistaken.
No, so because that's when Point Shave Matherin got in the game, and
Not
man,
PSM.
you got Mike Breen saying he doesn't. One, they rarely call away from the play files, and they damn sure don't call him at the end of finals games. This dude got 2 of them, gets on the line, misses 2, then proceeds to miss another one. Then he want to fight and jump. Dude, he like tackle Shea, jumped on somebody else on the other end. Then look, them type of dudes be like, they put their hands up. It's like, all right, cool. You know what great players do when they do things like that? They go get their bucket back. So we clowning on Shea. He go get his buckets back. Bennett Mathurin just made it worse. He just made it worse.
Freaky Rick on the sideline, like, yep, this why you only get 15 minutes, buddy.
Like
This.
it's crazy. Was he a lottery pick?
Oh, for sure. He was like
8 or 9,
fifth
maybe.
or sixth. Or maybe it was 8 or 9, but like he was top 10. Cause I mean, like I said, I remember him in Arizona, like, Andre Iguodala was a name that was thrown around a lot with him.
Wow.
And defensively, he was never gonna be that. Like I could see the tape and watch that. But the movement is very similar.
Right.
6'6", very skilled, can get to where any point that he wants to,
Right.
athletically on the court. Like so, yeah. This was like I said, he was the guy that lead Arizona's like that, lead 8 or something like that, as a 2 seed. Like
Right.
he's not a slouch at all. Like so, in another world, he's somebody starting. He's a playoff team starting.
Right. Like you said, he was a number 6 pick 3 years ago, and we're talking about, yeah, that's why you can't get no minutes. You get in the game. Like,
If he like, here's the thing. I put this actually out on Twitter. Like, if he had some DNP CDs, or if he had a bad series, they would be trying to trade him. Honestly,
right.
I mean, probably one of the only tradable contracts for real. One of the only trade assets. Um, it could have been a situation like Kaminga, honestly. And I don't know, like they still maybe look. I mean, I don't. I think at the 27 and 22, at 27, I don't think they're gonna trade him. I really don't. They would be stupid to. But again, he just wasn't a secure guy. He wasn't. It wasn't known if he was part of the future going forward with them. And my hometown, I would have that like somebody like Benedict Mathurin, maybe not locker room wise. But on the court wise, perfect fit for the Grizz. Young, athletic wing, can go do it on his own. Not a great defender, but he tries. We saw him try to stay with Brunson. We saw he defended Shea for stretches in this.
Right.
Um, he's just cool, smooth mover, easy mover. Um, so yeah, but like I said, you call him PSM. Yeah, he just got to be, again, maybe Rick is right because that is there's a lot of inconsistency from game to game with him. But like I said, I'm a Ben Mathurin guy. I was a Ben Mathurin guy coming out of Arizona. So I'm all in on that guy. But yeah, you just got to take that next, like you got to, if he wants to be anything more than like Andrew Wiggins, you got to just take that next step. TJ.
Yeah.
I think it's a little sleepy. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna do a little bit of off-season stuff, but I think
All
that
right.
honestly we probably touch the next pod. You already gave us predictions. You're feeling
Okay.
secure with your Pacers in 7.
Yeah.
OKC in 6 was how I saw things. It's so crazy. I was literally finna say obviously that can't happen anymore. It's not obvious, it literally could, but it just did not seem very likely.
Oh, so they'd have to win the next 2 to get.
Exactly.
Well, you never know. They'd be the team to do it, and the Pacers just blew a golden calf.
You think I should stand pat? What you trying to tell me?
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have felt right. Pacers in 6. That's why I didn't say it. Like, if they would have won tonight, it would have been Pacers in 6. That never even sounded right. Like, maybe I will be redeemed, but that doesn't sound right. It doesn't. Pacers in 6. That's against the Thunder. If this was a different team, like if this was, I don't even know who else would have. Like if this was the Warriors, that'd be an ugly series. Like, but yeah, Pacers in 6, whatever. Against the Knicks, against whoever, cool. But against the Thunder,
I ain't got no juice in the crib, bro. I gotta run around here. It's still rural Texas, Texas. I gotta run around here and try to get some juice.
Yeah, be careful running around there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Lit up.
You have to be careful.
Mr. Bush, any parting shots? I think we covered the game in some of the
7, baby. We still on schedule. We still on schedule.
Like, okay.
Because everybody was saying 2-2. All the media pundits were saying now they you know they like to talk out both sides of their mouth. They pick OKC. How does a NBA crew pick OKC every game, but they all agreed that was gonna go 2-2 back to OKC? Was some the math?
Malik and Stephen, they was sounding crazy. Like, yeah, I said it was gonna be OKC in 7, and I can't say that if it's not gonna be. If they have to win this game for that to fit my prediction, I'm like, that is just very ass backwards. So that's like backlogging a prediction. Hey, they got it.
They've been doing this. Malika has picked the Thunder every game, and they keep picking the Thunder, but they keep saying, "Yeah, we all expected to be 2-2 going back, but you haven't picked the Pacers to win the game yet. It's not possible."
Yeah,
we can do off season. We can talk about Knickerbockers and
indicative of the. Shout out Malik Andrews.
Yeah. Big shout out.
Is that CJ?
Big shout out.
Big shout out.
Yeah.
It's late. What you say? No cap at the dark. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
I think she might be a milkman. Literally.
Yeah. Just tied the knot with one. So we are.
I say.
as
in the back. Yeah. To the back.
All the Caucasians to the back.
Jim Crow days. Facts.
I ain't surprised.
You know I'm mad at TJ, so I can't go crazy. Me neither. She from the West Coast too. It's like it's just different vibes. Then
you can tell. It's in the eyes.
She got the West Coast. She got the no.
Yeah, she got them. Yeah, that's them white man.
I think they called him Beatty, brother. I think that's the word.
Yeah.
I think that's the word.
I couldn't. Okay, yeah. I couldn't think of it.
Man, shout out Malika Andrews, man. Yeah. Making money, making good guala, doing the same shit we be doing, bro.
Right. Come pay us.
Man, drop a bag on us. Prize picks, man. DraftKings.
TNT, y'all gotta open it, man. Put us on there. Y'all need some.
Come on, bro. Throw us in a little A block segment, something like that. Prime. We trying to talk to MJ.
Right.
It's NBC. Like I said, come on, NBC.
Somebody got something for us. Throw us a bag.
We're trying to talk. We're trying to holler at Mike. You got TJ will drop a little parlay knowledge on
right. I ain't gonna rig it how Charles Barkley be doing so y'all can lose. I'm gonna make sure y'all win.
I'm now about to say, we really drop 10, turn 120 something.
Right, I got you. I'm a TNT doubleheader. I got you.
And ain't no PJ Tucker 5 threes over here, baby. We real ball knowledge.
Klay Thompson 10 rebounds. Yeah, all right. Retire mom with this one. Yeah, you gonna be at the Salvation Army begging for
donations on this side. Yeah. No donations from the NCAA.
Great Salvation Army over there.
Come on now, TJ. We did it. This is now. One thing I would emphasize is that. I like how Bomani Jones put it the best. It is not our job to worry about the ratings or how well this is received. We are basketball fans, and what we have seen is 4 really entertaining games of basketball to decide who will be the champion. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
I am currently loading up the clip to try to backlog some stuff to have ready to watch. Like once the series over with, saving the Brett Favre doc. I saw that come. I haven't watched that. The Ocean Gate thing that just got a doc on Netflix. I may save that for after the series. Mobland. I started the first episodes of that. That's hard. Trying to get into this, and I'm trying to start this John Hamm Apple TV show. Can't even think of the name, but basically the premise is rich guy loses his job, so I start
Friend, it's Friends or something.
friends. Yeah, friends and neighbors.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know.
Have you seen it? Or have you started it?
I have not, but I keep seeing it. Yeah, I know it's
Apple TV, like I said, I hear a lot of good things about it. I've heard a lot of good things about it. So and like I said, that premise is cool to me. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm rocking with it. Or do you guys do you
your
have
friends and neighbors
is it just called Friends and Neighbors?
Your friends and neighbors.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish I could watch it tonight, but I don't know. I gotta get this bit because I am bro. Pray with me, TJ. I'm trying to get these Ferrari 14s in the morning, bro. I ain't did this shit since.
Oh, you camping out?
That's what I'm saying. I ain't did it
Okay.
since like high school, so it's crazy. But I want them
Wow.
things bad. Also, our co-host happens to play at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I don't know how crazy I can go tonight, but I do want to start that. Because I like I said, I've been getting good things. I've been hearing good things about it. You got anything that you've been watching? Shit, I know we on the air, but like
Yeah. Check out The Better Sister on Amazon Prime. Little white woman murder mystery. Two
okay.
sisters who done it, husband killed. Rich New York beach community. Who could have done it? It's cool. It's
Sydney
cool.
would have liked something like this, no cap.
Yeah, that it's a nice show.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that's what I just watched recently. So check that out. That's hot. I blew through it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you would like that. It's
I might have throw that on the list because, like I said, and I'm telling you now, I'm trying to build up stuff. Like most of the daily pods kind of feeds my watching habits per day. But I've been wanting something to chill to at the end of the night. Kind of like I don't gotta play. I could sit back, be whatever, and watch something. Versus a pod can be a little less. How should I try to say it? Like less captivating,
right.
casual listening
Yeah.
than a show. So I'm trying to have a balance of both. What you been listening to lately, TJ? The Carter 6 was ass. That shit hurt my heart.
Snakes ain't always in the grass, huh? Sharks ain't always.
Bro, I had to go, bro.
What they call it? Coworker boss, final
put on the
final
first
boss.
song of Carter 6, and then I immediately put on Hustler music. And then I played Nightmares at the bottom because it was like he died at that point. I just had to like have a memorial for like the Wayne that I needed to celebrate in my heart because that was man. He let the city down with that one, TJ. Your city.
Yeah, he got on the track talking about bitch. I was like, oh, buddy. you know what's crazy about Wayne? Some of his best work. I don't know if you're familiar with the Sorry for the Wait tapes, where he would take other people's songs and man, and
those get more daily. Those get more regular listens to me than like No Ceilings or like the dedications. The Sorry for the Wait tapes they get more play for me than the more legendary.
Dare I say generational? That second tape, Sorry for the Wait 2 took. I'm talking about. You got Tuesday, you got Coco, you got Preach, you got Used To. Man, how you take Drake's song, he keep the verse, he let you keep the verse, then you put your own verse on it, man. That's where to me, he was right here. After that, the Carter 5 was cool,
very uncool. Very much.
What's the song with Swiss Beats? Damn.
Okay, I had to look. My
ESPN be abusing
it. Ashanti.
ESPN be abusing it, man. Damn.
Let me go look at it.
It's not Rundown. It's not Countdown. What the hell is that? I can't think of the song.
You said who's on it? My bad.
It's the song with Swiss Beats. It's on Carter 5.
Okay, let's see. Let's Uproar. Yeah, you're right.
Uproar. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I wasn't gonna never.
No, that's a fact. No, you're
Yeah,
right.
that's
I don't know, man. Like it's disappointing because you just like I mean we know how legendary the Carter series is.
right.
You just threw us like this is MJ going to play baseball times 1,000. Like you just threw a shitty one on top of a great legacy. I ain't gonna lie.
It just we didn't ask for it. You talk about letting the city down, man. This nigga must have retired like 3 different times, bro. Sometimes you gotta be like ASAP, man. When you retire, stay the fuck retired, bro. That lean music, all that
That's a
shit.
bad that fiend out. Now that's because it's like, and that's the thing I was trying to say. Like, we have heard good we have heard great Wayne verses.
Yeah, right.
Like, I think the song he did with Benny the Butcher was at 23. Big Dog, great
Right.
verse.
Still has something left in the tank. He just this was
Like,
just
he can like I think somebody said it perfectly. It was like how Braun said, I can't do what I used to do every night. I can't reach that level every night, but on some nights I got it. I can still get there. It's like, okay, like he was flowing like he had a it was I think it was last year. Saw Ross, Big Sean, I think it was DJ Premier. Wayne was killing, flowing, like got into a pocket and like Mr. Roddy pipe. I'm like, oh, okay, like so I'm like, man, 19 songs of Kaka.
as you say, hot.
Very, very, very because like Wayne's my goat. I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm not from up north, so I'm not
Right.
gonna be saying Jay-Z, all that, whatever.
Yeah,
Like
dudes who listen to Jay-Z think they know more than the rest. Think they know something the rest of us don't. If your favorite rapper, Jay-Z, Jay Electronica, Immortal Technique, ooh, yeah,
not
you
a
know,
Jay Electronica.
yeah, Q-Tip, like you know something we don't.
God.
Like, all
Black
right,
Thought.
buddy.
Nah, no.
Yeah, yeah, you up north, black people, man. Y'all on probation, man. Y'all a little.
Niggas got the ankle monitors on. Facts.
Y'all niggas up north, man. Y'all always been a little.
Yeah. What they said a while now? Shake it. Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
we don't have slavery up here, and we're just
Nah, that was sad, man. Cause it's like, dog. Like I said, you might go. You're literally my,
right.
and it's just like, bro, for me to, like I said, for you to sully the reputation of that album lineage, but
Miss,
also for you to just be that, like, bro, you really had people out here upset that you wasn't doing the Super Bowl over Kendrick Lamar.
and if you would have came out and debuted some of that shit, man, you thought they took.
Somebody had put out on Twitter, they was like, so which one of these songs would y'all want to see Wayne perform in the Super Bowl?
It'd have to be the one with Jelly Roll. White folk love him, boy. It would have.
Oh, for real. If he had one, if he had he had another one with Morgan Whalen, he would have had a lineup for sure. But
Man, that just
whatever.
like you said, it just, dude. Yeah, I was never on like the whole he should have had the super. You got to realize like he's had serious health problems, and his music is not a lot of that's not concert music. Like Kendrick can rock us. Like man, as much as I hate to see it, that whole "They Not Like Us" 5 times in a row. That shit was generational. That's like that shit belongs in a museum, bro. Drake, don't sue me. I fuck with you, bro. Don't sue me. That shit, man.
I just gonna be on stream with him, bro. You done blew the bag.
I sat there in disbelief. This nigga just performed the same song 5 fucking times, and they going crazier every time. He got the scummiest criminal gang banger warlords on the stage like they fucking diplomats, and this nigga then did a whole. They got to make a painting of that shit, man. What the hell?
That's definitely one of the old paintings the black grandmas will have.
What the hell was Lil Wayne gonna do on them people's stage, man? Mrs. Officer? We didn't want to hear that shit, man. Let Kendrick. You gotta be able to. You gotta be able to pander to. Unfortunately, you gotta be able to pander to white people and make the pop bubblegum, Bluetooth beats, pill bangers that they play in the locker room. You gotta play that kind of shit.
He's still banging crazy. I like that.
But you see, when Kendrick tried to get too woke, they took his ass off camera and they moved like they don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear that nigga shit and bitch. Like you seen, you know how they come. You know what they need. You know what they want. He didn't have it. He would have been lucky to make it off the stage. the way that Kendrick was up in that. Come on, all them seizures that nigga done had and lean and all this shit. He did us a favor.
I mean, I like because yeah, this. I mean, at a certain point, we definitely was a culture pod. We did we had a whole, we usually do a music segment to start every episode.
Right.
It was just she be fading. So I'm like I said, I know, ball. I know
A little something.
So I mean, over here. So Apple Music, Spotify. What are you listening to music
on? I am on Musi right now. Rest in peace, Musi. They have taken it off.
Oh yeah, you a real trash baby,
right?
Dang, nigga,
look.
Musi. Oh, I mean,
look. I might to take you way back, man. I was a Spinrilla baby, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, but it's like we still music. That's the main source,
right?
That's the clip.
Okay, so
that's the clip. TJ still uses music. That is why.
Rest in peace, Musi. You can't get this on the App Store. It don't even exist no more. So you gotta hold on to it. It's a good one. I'm still on Musi. If I gotta do it the right way, man, if I gotta do it by the book, I'm gonna go to Spotify. It be killing me with them ads, but look what I do. I just tap that home button twice, close out that app, go back, and I'm good. I'm still doing it the gutter way, the trash bag.
Oh,
man, look, you talking about a clip? Ask Nick how he used to do my laundry, man. He used to come down and stuff that trash bag. You seen it? It's crazy because I had a basket in the room, man. I'm a real grandma baby. I'm a grab that garbage bag sack. Love that bitch down the steps. I had my detergent in a solo cup. Do my laundry, we good.
Damn, there was a slave.
It's crazy because I got the pods and the laundry basket in the room.
No, you just
go with what you know. I grab that laundry. Like you said, damn near asleep.
You was thugging.
For no reason.
And you thugging hard with the music, bro. Music is crazy. Right. You listen to music how 13-year-olds find TikToks. But hey,
if I gotta watch a video with lyrics or if that shit got an Indian man singing at the beginning of that whole man, look, I'm so deep in the trenches. They took Lil Uzi, Love is Rage 1.5, took that shit off of YouTube. I had to watch a nigga listen to boring shit just to hear that shit and download that shit. So I'm watching reaction videos just to get certain songs. Hey, look, I'm in it.
You are thugging. Hey man, hold on, man.
I'm in the trenches with it. I'm watching react. Look, I want to get a few of them Kanye songs too, man. You can't get them bitches on. I gotta listen to reaction videos. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Damn, I did not know you was
right.
I feel like this the meme with Terrence Howard and fucking and Tay Diggs with that. Do you need some money? Damn, I thought you thugging hard, twin. We gotta. Hey man, we got enough people to this pod. Give my boy a Spotify premium account. Somebody put that on the Apple Music family plan. Come on, bro.
Hook me up.
He got two.
What Cornbread did?
Come on, facts. Come on, man.
We ain't kind of one another.
We gotta get you all music respectfully, but we gotta get you access to the real DSP.
Right. Okay.
So damn, that's crazy. That shit we talk. That's the clip, nigga. That's the clip. We about an hour in, 45 minutes in. That's the clip. That's crazy. We gotta, because bro, here's the thing. That's the crazy part. Apple Music, I mean, you probably know this. Apple Music will have videos for certain. They won't. It's crazy because there are certain songs that Apple Music that I have that they don't have I don't even know how this works. They don't have, I guess, the audio only version. They have only the video version. So like we can feel you there too. Pause.
Right.
Like,
okay. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay. Like so. Nah, man. We gonna. Like I said, I know you know ball music. I'm a, like I told you, as you know, my allegiance to your home state, your area in particular, South Louisiana, stand up. But in general, like I said, I know you know ball musically, so we gotta get you. We gotta get it out there more. But also, we just gotta get you gentrified.
Right. Yeah. Get my resources up.
Process, brother.
All right. Get the resources right. I got you. I'm following.
Hey man, come on. Hey,
I'm following.
Nappy Wings sponsor my boy TJ. Something. Come on. We gonna. Hey man, this is what we do with stuff like this for.
Rest in peace, Musi. He was a real one.
R.I.P. No, Musi did. That was like kick for like music for sure. So I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying,
right.
Like, you don't use kick no more, do you? Come on now, we gotta.
Oh no.
Evolve or die. No, I know it was going crazy on there. let's, let us get off because kick was wild. Kick was wild.
Yeah,
So. Oh yeah.
And I never made it to whew.
No Cap Sports, NBA Finals, Game 4 live reaction, and we talked about a variety of different stuff besides that. Hashtag get TJ off mute. That is, I think, the biggest takeaway from tonight. NBA draft less than 2 weeks away. My boy Nick got to cook it up because I'm not in the kitchen cooking it. I just shot the shit. My boy Nick got some NBA draft content coming up. If you noticed on the NCS IG page, we started talking about baseball for the first time in forever. So I won't tell y'all who it is. I'll just tell you it's not me or Vance or Nick. So if you got a baseball question or you got some baseball content, anything like that, any ideas, DM it to the page because we have a resident baseball expert. Y'all know me personally, I will not be paying attention until the 162 is done, but TJ does. So NCS cares about baseball, so we wanted to reflect. Outside of that, like NBA draft coming up soon, dog days of summer.
Did you want to hit this?
No, I'm sleeping.
All right, yeah, fair enough.
I do want to get Vanson on it too, so we'll be okay.
You good?
Yeah. So, like I said, we'll hit y'all with the offseason episode, some draft stuff, some trades, rumor stuff, where's KD going, where Giannis going, all that. And then shit, summer league will start 2 weeks after the draft, so we'll get to talk a little bit about that. Hey, so it's gonna be rough. Caitlin Clark, she coming back tomorrow, so maybe we'll get some WNBA stuff. We're not quite Club 520, but yeah. So we got a baseball expert down the pipeline now. So we're gonna stack the content together, guys. We're gonna make this thing happen. As long as there's sports happening, will be happening. So NBA Game 4 Finals reaction, NCS, like, subscribe, do all that. Tell your mama, tell your auntie, tell the dude